Glad you said yes, Randy. Anyway, 10 ideas in 5 minutes. Let me give you the very first one that I have down. These are simple business practices that we hold true to every single day in Hy-Vee. The first thing I had down was innovate from your core strengths first. As we study innovation and watch other companies, we watch lots of folks always look for the home run, the big idea, the thing that's kind of outside of them. It's a revolutionary move. It's brand new technology. It's the thing that's going to really make it for that company. What we find to be the best practice for us is to go back to our core strengths always and innovate from our core strengths. We've been a leader in food service for years and years and years in our business. For over 50 years, we've had food service. We just recently went back to our core strengths and we re-engineered our food service, and we'll be launching 75 restaurants as a part of our food service. It's not been done in the grocery industry right now. We have 3 that are open. They're called Market Grills. They're our largest volume food service operations in our entire company instantly. And so it is going in and re-engineering what we already are really, really good at. We find that's the best place. We had another opportunity in our delicatessens. We've had specialty cheeses for years and years and years and years. Our innovation was we actually developed a training program with the Wisconsin Cheese Board that we were sending our folks to Wisconsin for weeks. And the cheeses that those folks learn about were up 30 and 40% instantly by just teaching our folks about those cheeses. Innovating from within first and then looking external. That's a business practice that we try to hold to all the time. The next thing I had down as I prioritized my list of 10 was organize your listening. I find as a business leader and as folks in leadership in any case, we organize absolutely every single aspect of our lives, except time to sit down and engage with our folks. If you think about, there's a brand new Gallup study that just came out that talked about engagement. They talked about the fact that over 30% of the workforce today, our up-and-coming leaders, are actively disengaged from work. Rather than just not interested, they're coming to work intending to be disengaged. And so how do you win those folks over? It's not with jean days. It's not with t-shirt day. It's not with those type of activities. It's literally sitting down and listening and talking and asking questions and caring about what they have to say. If you don't organize that time, it will not happen. Trust me. I have a schedule that I walk room to room to room to room all day long. And if I don't organize that time, I will never have time to listen to my folks. We think that's one of the keys. The next thing is allow the closest to the customers to be empowered and always do the right thing. We're a company that was built 83 years ago on complete autonomy. Okay? That's like herding cats all the time. But it's incredible when it works. Sometimes it's our weakness, but most of the time it's our strength. We find that the folks that have the power closest to the customer, that's when we really, really win. It takes a strong, strong message. It takes complete buy-in, and it takes constantly retracking the core of your strengths with those folks and making sure that they have the answers at all time. We've recently had a $40 billion company in our industry fly here. We had a $12 billion company fly here, and all they want to do is walk with us and have us explain to them how and why we let our store directors and our department heads make decisions on their own. Why do you do that? We think that that's very, very powerful. I sat down some time back with the founder of Trader Joe's, and he said, Randy, let me tell you the thing I learned first. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. So you can have any great idea you want, but if you don't get buy-in from your people at the point of contact with your customers, your strategy will not matter. We think that that's a very important thing. The next thing I would say is maintain an eclectic interest in lifestyles of your customers. This is really something that I can tell you I learned from Ron Pearson, our chairman, for over 25 years. He studied lifestyles every single day of his life. By studying the lifestyles and the movement of our customers, we know where to move next. Rather than trying to guide them, he handed me a book the last day that he worked for Hy-Vee. It was called The Rise and Fall of the Great A&P. A&P had 23,000 stores in the 1920s. They began, this is a really good story that you're going to have to get the book and read. Thank you very much.